What's up, y'all? So, unfortunately, I have a little bit of a wait until my client arrives. But I'm starting to do these lives in my little pockets of time because I know that after work, it's just hard for me to separate individual time towards doing this at this point in time. Um, so, I do it when I can. Unlike the Big Brother season where I'm more going to go around the TV show schedule. So, I meant to actually say this on Mother's Day, but I forgot. I think I did my Mother's Day post on the go, on the road. So I still have the same story. I just have a little bit more time to tell the story. Unless my client pulls up right when I start, that would be my luck. But I'm going to try to give this story. Good morning, Colleen. So I remember my mom was very tough, and I don't mean tough in a sense of mean or anything like that. I just mean that she wasn't impressed unless you did something impressive. And I remember this one day I did something that I considered impressive in school that she didn't consider impressive. But these were the reasons I thought it was impressive. So there was this test that I had not studied for, and I had a unique ability. Hi, Miss Demita. I had this unique ability to cram in all the information at the last minute and still get a decent score. So you know how you would get midterms and finals. You get a midterm test and you would get a final test. And especially for the final test, I wouldn't study all semester for the final test. What I would do is when there was a week left, I would panic study, where I would sit down and I would try to cram in all the studying at the last minute. And sometimes the results were good, sometimes the results were average. Yes, sometimes I did fail, but this time I remember spending 3, 4 really difficult nights studying as much as I could. It's morning for Colleen. Prince. Hi, Cass. So, I remember I spent all this time cramming in the studying for the whole semester, which a semester is like about 4 months. And I studied in about 4 to 5 days for this test. I didn't pay attention in class. I didn't take notes in class. I just crammed in as much studying as I could. I read that book cover to cover, and I was like, let's see what I can do here. So I finished the test, and I got like a B or B plus on the test, and I was hyped. Not because I did the best I could do and I got a B, but because I barely did anything for the semester and I managed to get a B. Tell your son that's a bad habit. Because this story is not to even toot my own horn about that. This was to say that I had a bad habit and I got away with things. So basically, I came and I brought that B home and I showed my mom and I told her, look, I got this B. I got this B on this test. And my mom was like, you did all right, son. And I was like, you did all right? What are you talking about? You did all right. I got a B. And she was like, yeah, you did all right. And I was so upset that she was standing on her square, or standing on business as they call it nowadays. She was standing on business with telling me that I did all right. And I was like, man, other people's parents, when they produce B's, the parents are like, good job, son, you did well. So how are you telling me that this B is okay? All right, I don't like that. Sorry. I don't like that. So she said, how about this? I'm going to make a deal with you here. She said, if you can tell me that you put in a maximum effort that you spent all the time you could possibly spend studying for this course, and the B was the best that you could possibly do. You couldn't do any better. You did all your assignments on time. You studied as much as you possibly could, and you got a B as a result. Then I'm going to celebrate with you. But if you did it at the last minute, you don't feel like you gave your all, and the B was just the result of you just being smart enough to get all this stuff at the last minute, then I'm going to tell you did all right. You let me know. And standing on square is an old phrase, Prince. It's an actual phrase. Look it up. But anyways, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, so she put the onus on me, and there was nothing I could say because I knew that I didn't study as hard as I could. She knew that I didn't study as hard as I could. She knew that I was lazy and a procrastinator. And it's something that I've taken with me in my adult life now, because I have to cut this short. I wish I could continue the story, but the point and the moral of the story is that I can always celebrate myself, but I don't celebrate myself really unless I knew that I gave my best effort. If I gave my best effort, it's the best that I could have done. I got a mom on here, unfortunately. Miss Damita, I feel you. I got a mom on here, so she's going to be like, go mom. Mom, you said the right thing. And she did say the right thing. As much as I was unhappy that she wasn't celebrating my B, I understand why she would tell me you did all right, knowing that I gave like a C or a D effort and just managed to get a B. So I was just celebrating being lazy and still being able to manage to get a decent grade. And she would have celebrated if I put my best foot forward and did my best, and then I was like, you know what, I tried as hard as I could, I did the best I could, that's the best I can do. Then she would have been like, great job, and celebrated and embraced me for that. But because that's not what happened, she said, you did all right. And like I said, I carry that in my life, where I try my best, and if I gave my best effort, I can live with any kind of a result. And that's my message. I'm not purposely cutting it short, but my member just got here, so I have to do my job duties. But I'll probably hop back on here after we finish with him, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button, please, and drop a comment if you can relate. You too.